Hey, Scotties, welcome back to our assessment series. This is part two of our pre-assessment portion. What a lot of questions have dealt with are dealing with time. How do you not take away from instructional time to do all of these assessments? Today I'm going to share with you two different approaches that teachers at Scott are using to minimize the disruption to their instructional time and yet still get their pre-assessments done and accomplished. So sit back and enjoy.
Okay, so Ms. Webb, can you tell us what your team has done to work with pre-assessments and save time?
So what we've done is we've put our pre-assessments in our playlists, and so we pretty much give them the whole week, so that 2 weeks before you're gonna teach those teaks. So like if it's February, 2 weeks before February, we push it out in the playlist. And then we've also, I link a timer in there, and some kids just know how to look up a timer. And so we have them work on it for 15 minutes a day in their playlist. And so usually that's the first thing they do in their math playlist. Set your timer, work through as much as you can, and then put it away. You just have to be done by Friday. And so some kids are done before, some kids take till Friday, but I think that helps take the pressure off, like sitting down the whole time and like trying to get through, skills that they may not know. They just know I need to work really hard for 15 minutes and then I can put it away. Just really letting the kids know the purpose of the pre-assessment, that it's really to show what they know, and so it's okay if they don't really know at all, but just to try, and not to I don't want to say be ugly, but not to make it a scary thing. Like, I'm really using this to group you and to see where you are. So it's really important that you do your best and show me what you know. And I talk to my kids a lot about there may be stuff on here you have literally no idea, and that's okay, because some of these are brand new, but I want you to try and see maybe if you can figure it out. And so doing that has really helped kind of take the pressure off, like the scariness of the pre-assessments, and it seemed to be going really well, having them kind of pace themselves.
Do you feel like putting it in a playlist or not making it a big thing, do you feel like kids are taking it less seriously, or are they still taking it seriously and giving their best work?
I do. I mean, the last one that we did, it had a lot of fractions on it, which they kind of actually like, but I mean, we had even a lot of green kids even from the pre-assessment, and they were excited because we were like, hey, even just on the pre-assessment you were green and I haven't even taught this skill. And so when those moments happen, then they realize like, oh, I don't have to compete with you as much, and so then hopefully on this next pre-assessment we do, we'll see them work even harder than before, because they've seen us actually using that data. And so
awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so Ms. Alverson, you have found a new way to do pre-assessment. Can you tell us what you've done to save time?
And so in order for us to kind of not have to take a whole block or whole lesson time away from doing the assessments, because our assessments are 10 to 12 questions long, we have decided to start doing, like when I have some time throughout the day, I just tell them to go get their data binder and their pre-assessments in there, and we just do 1 to 3 questions at a time, and generally in about a week, maybe only 3 days, we can have it done. Like these didn't take very long, because these were bar graphs and pictographs, and those go by pretty quickly. It's not like 2-step word problems that take 45 years. So I found that this has been a really fast way to get pre-assessments done, and they don't freak out about it and they don't worry about it, and so I think that's what we're going to try and do from now on.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed hearing from Katie and Melissa, and maybe got some ideas on how you can incorporate pre-assessments in a way that won't disrupt your instructional time too much. Just remember that the goal is to give yourself enough time between the pre-assessment and the instructional window that you have time to make adjustments, so that we're really maximizing and being efficient with the time we do have to teach. Pre-assessment is primarily for the teacher. Remember, it's for you to make instructional decisions. It's for you to know how to differentiate and to pace your upcoming lessons, as well as to get an idea of the levels of support you're going to need. So, next week or next time, we'll be talking about our checkpoints and the formative checks along the way. So, I hope you have a great day. What you need to do this week for the s'more is reply in the form below your favorite strategy, or if you have one that's different, share that. So, of the two shared, which is your favorite strategy that you might want to consider trying? Or if you have something totally different, you can share that as well. That's your assignment for the week. Have a great Scotty day. Bye.